Well. After the month that was from my release of my original Brandon video, quite a bit has been unveiled. A lot of YouTube comments from past employees of his. We even got into his Discord server. So, overall, a lot. So, this video is pretty much a continuation of my previous one that I did last month. And I'm just going to say right now, thank you all very much for the support. That was amazing to see. But yeah, let's get into this really quick. So, the first thing we've got to look at, we've of course got to look at... So yes, YouTube comments. Some of you guys left some amazing comments. And we actually got a couple from people that used to work with Brandon. So one of the first ones I saw was this guy, Jordan Gang 3246, who claims to be someone who worked with Brandon on one of his Persona series. I think on episode 2 it says. And it mentions here, he at one point asked me to create a cameo request for him for Aunt Akamiki's voice actress, Erica... What? I don't even know how to say the last name. He said, I may need help with the instructions so I can get her to say she loves me in a completely not creepy or uncomfortable way. What? How do you... Oh my god, okay. Basically, how to say it in a way to where she'll still approve it. So his cameo request was, as Anne, stay in character, say she's heard Brandon is a big fan of her, and she hopes she can see him in Shibuya. And maybe they can grab some crepes to go, what the fuck? And see love possibly to go. Okay, so these like all parts from his actual series. So he's trying to basically push on his series onto the official voice actor for Aunt Akamaki, which is pretty insane. Then gush about rom-coms, say she wants to have something like that. He initially thought about adding, talk about who her future special man should be, and blow kisses, but luckily decided against it. So, that sounds really insane straight off the bat. So, Brandon literally trying to get the official voice actor, not like some recreation like he did with his series, the official one, to go and basically go, oh, I love you, Brandon. Like, what the fuck is this? And he goes on to say, this apology video was an utter shock to me, and being unaware of this man's past and having met this guy on a gig website, I searched up his past and nearly felt sick after I saw some of the stuff he did, and some of the questionable content he created, as well as his lustful obsession with MLP. So apparently one of his SFM videos is him, making out in a bed with Twilight Sparkle. Oh no. Do I need to go find this one? Oh my god, I think I need to find this one. I actually think I need to find this one, okay.
10 minutes later.
Okay, so I just tried to look for it. I couldn't find it. It might exist, but in all honesty, I do not want to look even further through Brandon's catalogue because I just felt myself dying inside while I was looking, bro. I could just feel myself dying. And then the commenter continues to say that as a result of all this stuff happening, he got his name removed from the episode. So I think the joke I was talking about with, like, the fucking redaction, like the Epstein files in the last episode, that might be this guy. So I think that makes sense. Yeah. That's pretty fucking interesting. Okay, so next comment. Okay, so our next comment is from Mabubu Almighty. And they said, one thing that should be mentioned is that Brandon does not only simp for Anne. He also simps for Futaba. In one of his Persona 5 streams, he plays darts, terribly by the way, and calls Futaba hot. And they attached a YouTube link, so thank you for the source. So I'll put this on the screen really quick.
I might want to date Futaba in my next playthrough.
Hey, leave it to me.
Nice. Futaba's hot.
Psst. I see dead people.
And honestly, the rest of the video is just him being comedically bad at darts. So I don't think there's a point to show it, but still, that's insane to see. Because I thought it was bad when he went after Anne, who's 1 year older than Futaba. Still really bad, but we're going younger now? Holy shit! And compared to some of the shit you're gonna see later when we talk about the Discord, yeah, it's a bit cooked. It's a bit cooked, isn't it, Brandon?
I am once again asking for your financial support.
Something I didn't really expect from Brandon was that he'd be e-begging. And the context of this is kind of weird. So, originally, he made a community post basically saying he's taking a break because he's saving money to take himself and his cousin to Disneyland. Which seemed kind of random, but, like, the next post then leads us into the actual fucking juice of this. And let's see here. Let me read this out for you guys. Okay, turns out I'm not saving up for a trip to Disneyland. Blah 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 blah. None of my subscribers are willing to support my projects, and these donations are my only source of income. And you'll see soon that this is actually a lie. If I had every one of my subscribers donating $50 to me, I'd have thousands of dollars. So, I did the math on this one, and it's a fucking lot more than thousands. Like, he has how many subscribers again? He has 13.7 thousand. Yeah, he'd be way above the fucking thousands, bro. He'd be like near the 100,000, if I'm not correct. If I am correct, anyway. It's a bit cooked. But then after that, he basically goes to talk on about how he's, quote-unquote, not trying to sound desperate, or, quote-unquote, not pressure anyone into donating. And then he goes on to say that without the donations, he can't make content. So, this would kind of seem reasonable if it wasn't for the next community post that he makes straight after. So after this, he makes a new community post because a lot of people complained, and pretty much to sum it up, he pretty much says that he does get social security income each month, and he says that he makes about $900 a month from this, which you'd expect. So of course he was lying before about not making any income, because of course he's going to get money because he doesn't work and he's autistic. That's pretty typical. And he goes on to say that he only spends $180 each month, and he goes to what do I need for projects, and he usually spends it fairly fast. So the issue with this is you shouldn't be relying on donations then if this is your only source of income. Because, like, if your source of income is from the social security income that you get, and then you go on to beg people for money, that's kind of like, kind of iffy, you know? You shouldn't be doing that. Because at that point, you should be getting a job to have more stability. Because relying on donations as a whole is so unreliable. Like, think of things like Patreon, for instance. Patreon's, like, very, very risky if you're trying to make that as a career, unless if you're a really big figure, and you know you're gonna have lots of fans going on there, if that makes sense. Because with Brandon, not many people are going to donate to Brandon, especially after all the videos that have been made about him and all the allegations. So, basically trying to rely on donations is pretty sketch, you know, like, it's not going to be a good foundation for him. And he goes on to say that he knows a lot of people have told him to get a job, but he basically goes on to say, if I get a job, I lose SSI, which is the point, because, like, SSI is for people that do not work, or cannot find work, and going into work, of course, you're going to lose it. But the idea is, if you get a job, you're probably going to make more than you get from SSI. That's the thing. And I don't personally know Brandon's living situation, but I would assume that he lives with some sort of family member. And it seems like he might not be paying rent, but I'm not sure. That's the thing, I'm not really sure. So, take what I say with a grain of salt on that one, but I don't know. And then he goes on to say that he basically can't make any sort of income through, like, Patreon, YouTube, Ko-Fi, or anything, because the SSI counts it as a payment, like a transaction for work. So his solution is that his only secondary income should be from PayPal. So that's pretty sketch, because he's basically trying to say, you guys need to give me money, but in a way that the government doesn't detect. Which then leads me to the big live stream. So Brandon had a live stream where it was like a Q&A. All fine. In the title though, he says, "Do not super chat. I cannot collect them. PayPal below." So essentially, what he's saying here is he doesn't want people to super chat him because that will get picked up by the SSI, which essentially means he would lose his benefits if it happened too much, because they'd think he's getting paid for work, as in YouTube work. So he has to beg people to just do PayPal. And I haven't personally watched the stream, but I feel it'd be pretty funny if people just super chat him just to mess with him, because then that would have actually impacted his SSI. But I'm not too sure. I didn't watch the stream, and I probably won't, because I'm not going to watch that shit. But yeah, so e-begging shit's crazy. That's my 10 cents on it. It's fucked. I don't know why he has to do it. And I'm like, just get a job. Just get a job. If you're capable of it, get a job. Otherwise, just stay humble with your SSI and maybe not accept donors. And with the argument that he spent so much on projects, then be more sparse with it. Because I don't think your community is that desperate for content. So, say if you did every month you upload a new animation, which costs you the amount you spend, that's fine. I don't think your community would mind. So, yeah, that's my 10 cents on that. It's a bit of a ramble sesh, this one. Trust me, we're about to get into the good stuff in just a sec.
Quagmire? Hey, nobody's seen you in days.
Hey, Peter. I've just been, checking out some of that internet porn.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just gonna go and check my mail over there.
Okay, so now we've gone through some of the other stuff. Now I want to go to the reason I actually want to make this video. His Discord server. So, recently, what he would do is he would make community posts, right? Where he would put on invite links, but they're only available for a certain duration. So, he used to do them like 1 hour, 2 hours, up to 6 hours. So, I saw this happen 3 times. And then the 4th time, I got very lucky and caught it just before it expired, so I was able to join. So, it was pretty hard to get in already. It was like fucking Fort Knox just to get in. And, yeah, I was instantly greeted to some interesting things. One of the first videos I saw was actually from, Brandon himself. And, let's see it now.
He was special.
I did not edit any of that. There was no prompting for him to do this. But it was just there. Like, he just randomly posted it on Discord. This is one of those things where you would go, why the fuck did you post this? But, oh my god, it got so much worse. So, one of the other things you see in his server is the first thing you actually have to do, the verification questions. So, basically what it is he has a set of questions that you're required to answer before he allows you to actually access his Discord server. So I'll pull these up now. Rule number 1. Are you coming in with good intentions? Be 100% honest. Number 2. How long have you been a fan of Brandon the Brony Pony / Brony Pony Productions channel? Number 3. How did you discover my channel? What was your first video? Number 4. What was your favorite Brandon the Brony Pony or Brandon Pony whatever video? It can be any video, it can be one of my audios, song covers, episodes, anything. And then he has another set for people that don't know him. I don't know why he has 2, but yeah, it was that. And I actually had a funny interaction where I did the verification, I got verified by a mod, and then Brandon saw me message randomly, and was like, "Have you verified yet?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've been verified." And he was like, "No, I don't see it on your roles." And a mod literally had to point out to him that I had been verified. It was fucking hilarious. So that already gave me pretty good insight to what the fuck's gonna happen in this server. So after I infiltrated Brandon's Discord server, I thought it'd be a little fun to basically just share my YouTube channel, because I don't exactly have the intention of staying in the server. I'm gonna be really honest. After this video is uploaded, I'm probably gonna get banned if he finds it. But whatever, I digress. But something really funny happened where one of his moderators recognized me for the video I made. I was like, oh shit. Because I thought I would get banned preemptively. But this absolute goat went into my DMs, said they wouldn't rat, and then proceeded to tell me more about Brandon. I was like, holy shit, we're so back. I'm not, of course, gonna tell you the mod's name, just because, like, they've talked about, like, enjoying being Brand's mod. I don't know why, that's their decision. But I just won't say who it was, just because of that. But that gave me some very, very interesting screenshots. So, Brandon had merch. Brandon had fucking merch. And this merch was actually pretty shit, as you'd expect. So, he had 2 shirts, and they were like apparently 40 Canadian dollars. I don't know what that conversion is to AUD or to US dollars, but that's still ridiculous, especially seeing the shirts, which I'm putting up on screen now. And as well, he even sold Twilight Sparkle bags that were 100 fucking Canadian dollars. And you can see a literal warp on the top and bottom of the bag. It was pretty sketch. It was like, what the fuck is this? I hope no one bought those. I genuinely hope no one bought those. Because that is insane for that price, to buy that. Okay, so at this point you might have been wondering, Persona, why the fuck is your thumbnail mentioning waifus? Well, what I'm about to show you is the exact fucking reason. So, only a couple days ago, I believe it was this Friday, Brandon made an announcement on his Discord. I'm gonna read this out, and we're gonna cringe doing it. At everyone, just a heads up to any single females in the server. I'm single and lonely, so any females who want to get to know me better and potentially start a relationship, just let me know. But if you don't, it's fine. I'm used to rejection. I read lucid dreams. This is literally his depression arc. Oh my god. I've gotten rejected by every single girl I've ever pursued. Which is why I ship myself with fictional characters in my series. Because Sunset, Shimmer, and Twilight Sparkle are likely the only girls who wouldn't see me as worth loving. I cannot read this without laughing every single time. I literally, what I did, as soon as I saw that, I sent it to my friends who I do videos with. And I was like, I'm making a video of this guy just because of this. Because it was that bad. Honestly, it just reminded me of like those fucking emo Bart images, where the ones that's like delete feelings, or it's like sad over their eyes. This is literally just what Brandon is in this fucking community post. It's that fucking sad but hilarious at the same time. And then literally someone messages in the announcement chat and goes, okay, this is cringe. Please don't solicit for romance this way, Brandon. And this brings me to a very serious point. So, Brandon, for some reason, has made it so his server, like in his server, you can join as a minor. Very bad. Very, very bad already, seeing Brandon. But, it also leads me to this fucking announcement here, where he's basically asking for single females to talk to him. He doesn't mention age. That's the concerning part. Like, it's already bad enough, but he doesn't mention anything about, like, ignoring if you're a minor, which is scary. It scares me every fucking time I read it, bro. It's that bad. It is terrible. Oh my god. Like, Jesus fuck. Someone save me from this, bro. Okay, I feel you guys are probably tired of me yapping now, so I'm literally going to go on to the final thing. So I had this on at the very last minute because Brandon just told me this information. So in Brandon's server, there's an Ask Brandon chat. So I've asked him some random questions in there, and most of them are just like random. They don't really tell us much about Brandon. But there's one I asked him this morning. Oh my fucking god! So, I asked him, Brandon, do you own any body pillows? And he said, I used to, but they got soiled. And I actually was confused, because I don't know what that means. So I was like, soiled, what does that mean? And someone went, got dirty or messed up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. No. So I was scared, and I was like, okay, Brandon, what characters? I had one of Starlight, then Twilight, then Sunset, and I also had one of On. I think I still might have had one of Twilight, but I don't know. I was like, holy shit. So, he's into bronies, he's into ponies, I'm like, okay, that's fine, I don't really give a shit. But body pillows? Holy fuck. Holy shit. And then he has one for Anne? Like, oh my god. Are we fucking for real? Oh my god. Yeah. Like, that's the thing that tipped me over. I was like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck, Brandon? So, that's literally it. That's literally the video, bro. Because at this point, I'm kind of just like, I don't really have much else to talk about with Brandon. He's a fucking weirdo, he's a degenerate, and he may be a PDF based on allegations that he has still not cleared up. So what else is there to say? What else is there to say? Like, it's just adding to the iceberg at this point, because I don't think anyone's mentioned his Discord. So, yeah. That's the fucking video. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you guys for watching and supporting me. Especially with the last video. I don't know, I already said it, but I really appreciate it. It just meant a lot to me. It was really reassuring. But besides that, I'm gonna get going. This fucking sucked. Fucking Brandon the Brony Pony. Please, Brandon, get a job. Get off Rule 34. Please. For the love of God!
Monster on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a free throw, man down, call like Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro.